Hey guys, so it's been a couple days since I've done a talking blog, and the reason is because I've been really sick. Not really, really sick. I'm gonna die kind of sick, but I had my nose was stuffed up, and then it turned into a cough. And I actually tried to sit down and do a vloggy kind of thing a couple days ago, and ended up coughing so hard that I threw up. So I took a break. I posted a video yesterday that was just some footage that I'd been taking as I'd been going around. Some stuff from Friday when we had the Chuseok celebration at school, and then some footage of Kristen and I going around yesterday. Um, Sorry I didn't do any subtitles or anything with it like I normally do with my footage dumps so that you knew what was going on. I put it in the notes, but yeah, I was mostly just really, really tired, and I felt guilty for not making a video, so there was a video, just not a very well explained one. So in the video you would have seen the little kids running around in their traditional Korean dress. It's actually called hanbok, and so they wear those on traditional holidays and formal occasions. They'll wear those to weddings and things, I think. But then of course they wear them on Chuseok, and I think the other holiday they wear them on is New Year's, but I'm not sure. It's coming up though, so I'll let you know. I had posted some pictures before I posted the video on Facebook, and my mom had some questions. She was asking if there was traditional footwear that they normally wear with the hanbok, and I'm pretty sure that there is. It's just that none of our kids wore it. It doesn't make sense to wear it to school, so they all wear their tennis shoes. I'm sure traditionally there was some kind of special footwear that they wore, but now I think mostly everybody just wears dress shoes with them. Everyone that I've seen anyway. How do they like wearing their traditional clothing? They really, really like it. They get very, very excited. The girls especially just love the dresses and everything. You know, they're little girls. They're like, teacher, teacher, look at me, I'm pretty. And the boys too. They get to wear headbands and stuff, so they just get so excited. Let's see. Mom was. I'm gonna read this question because I actually had to talk to her for clarification on it. But the pics with them in shirts with English on them, like Gap, do they seem to have a preference to westernized things like that, or do you think it comes more from their parents? Basically, I think what she was asking is, do they wear Western clothes all the time and clothes with English on them all the time because they like it, because they're learning English, or because their parents buy it for them? Mostly it's the entire country loves English. There's English everywhere. There's Korean everywhere, obviously, and I'll be, because I'm walking around and I, can't read a lot of the signs, but a lot of the signs have English too. And even the grocery store, Lotte Mart, it's written in English. It's not written in Korean. Things that you buy in the store, they'll have the Korean printed on there, and then they'll have American or English too. So it's Korean is their language, and most of them speak Korean, but English is very, very present in the country, in the cities and in signs and things like that, and in clothes. They're kind of brand whores here. If they're wearing a t-shirt, it has a brand in giant letters across the top. It's got Holster, American Eagle, Abercrombie and Fitch, something like that is all over their shirts, and it's in English. I've seen t-shirts in Korean as well, but as an example, I've been trying to go around and find a t-shirt for a girl because I wanted to buy Iris a t-shirt with Korean on it, and I'm having a hard time finding a t-shirt with just Korean words on it. Everything is in English, which she can get in America. So yeah, it comes from their parents because their parents buy the clothes, but at the same time, the kids are learning the language, so they're excited to wear it. Mom asked, how much are my students required to speak English in my class? Always. Each class has 3 teachers, a native English speaker, a native English speaker, a bilingual Korean and English teacher, and then a teacher that just speaks Korean. And so when they're with the Korean teacher, they only speak Korean. when they're with the Korean English teacher, I guess it kind of can go back and forth, but she's teaching them English. With me, it's all English all the time. When they are in my class, they are not supposed to speak Korean. Of course, they're little kids. It happens. I'm lucky with my kids. When they start speaking Korean, one of them will call the other kids out and, teacher, he's speaking Korean. And there are chants that they will do, no Korean, just speak English. And so I always know when one of the kids starts jabbering in Korean at their seat. It's nice for me because, they know from the get-go that they aren't allowed to speak Korean in my classroom, but it doesn't cause issues as far as communication. It's mostly just a discipline thing. I don't like having to tell kids that they can't speak their native language because that's not how I am. But at the same time, if they were speaking their native language, I may or may not know what they're saying, and that can get problematic. So, and the reason the rule is there is because I teach at an English immersion school. They are supposed to be, when they are with me, they are supposed to be communicating in English, and they are supposed to be getting that English exposure to get them fluent. So that's the whole reason for it. Obviously, when they first start, it's a little more difficult. I know Tanya is teaching a class of 4-year-olds that started, they were her first class and she was their first teacher. And so she's had to start from square one with them. But they're getting it. Between the Korean English teacher and Tanya, they develop enough vocabulary early on. There are chants and songs that you do with them just to teach them how the classroom works and those keywords, for what they need to do. You get it done. It happens. I was lucky with all of my kids. All of my kids have been speaking English 6 months. All of my kids started at the same time. So they've all got the basic vocabulary, and most of them have enough sentence structure and things to communicate effectively, and they have those key phrases that you're going to need in the classroom. Now what I'm doing is just building up the vocabulary, cleaning up some grammar, getting them more exposure, just all those kinds of things. So, yay. And I'm sorry I had a big coughing fit, so now I'm just like, bleh. And then Mom asks, do you always have a Korean teaching counterpart in the classroom with you while you're teaching? No. In the video, you'll see one of my co-teachers, Olivia teacher, helping the kids with the Korean games. And the only reason that she was there that day was because that class it's 20 kids. It's divided. It's split in two smaller classes. They meet in one big classroom as one big class, and then they split apart for the actual classes. Because we both have them at the same time, we thought, why don't we do the games together all as one big class? That way there's more kids for them to hang out with, and we're both there to supervise. So she's one of my co-teachers. I communicate with her regularly because, she's the one that goes back and forth with the parents as well, and I can get more information on her if I have questions about a specific student. Obviously, we're both trying to teach them the same thing so we can bounce ideas off each other. But, yeah, the only time she's actually in the classroom with me is on special occasions and stuff like that. So I'm going to get off here now before I die, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Send some more questions. Bye.